filming? Alright. Hey everybody, Cordelia Anderson here, and I'm back. So I took a short break just over the holidays, and well, I can't really go rock counting right now, so been stuck with doing some indoor projects and getting some other things lined up. So here's one of the projects I've been working on. So we got some petrified wood that I collected at Saddle Mountain, and these polished out pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get these things drilled, make a little petrified wood wind chime, and then this is a piece of kind of like dendritic petrified wood that I'm going to use to hang all these from. So we'll drill 5 holes in that along the top. Each one of these get a hole, and then we're going to go ahead and tie it with some string, make something kind of cool to hang on the window or hang outside when we got a little breeze. Yeah, let's get to it. Get drilling. Okay, so for the bits that I'm using today, and sorry for the noise in the background, but I got my tumblers going with other things. These are a joiner 2mm coring bit, and you can get these on Amazon. These things work great for drilling holes, boring through stuff with, you know, an agate 7 or 8 hardness. So that's what we're using today, and I'll go ahead and put a time lapse of me drilling through these, and then we'll put it all together. Yes. So that piece was the part that took the longest, and yeah, I got 5 holes bored through it. As evenly spaced as I could. Doesn't have to be perfect. Looks pretty cool. Let's get the rest of these drilled, and we'll go ahead and assemble this thing. Let me dump this water and get some fresh water to drill with. So as I drilled each hole, I tried to clear this thing, and I switched to this thing to drill the middle piece, because then it'd be submerged enough. That one came out nice. It's got a couple pictures on each side. Rad. Okay, so on that one, this one turned out cool, by the way. This one is kind of more of an opalized petrified wood, but it's pretty thick and heavy, or it's agatized, I'm not sure, but it definitely glows in UV light. So as I started this hole, and a lot of times I'll start at a 45-degree angle until I get a groove started, and then I'll tilt the drill bit up, and then go, you know, straight down on it. But yeah, it slipped off, so you want to try to avoid that. But luckily it didn't ding up the stone or scratch it or anything. Okay, so quick update, that last one I drilled broke, so this one I'll probably have to just throw back in the tumbler, because I really don't know. Anyways, here's the replacement. I think it'll go well with the rest of these, and all I've got is one more left to finish up drilling. Let's get to it. Almost there. Woo! So this one, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to drill it and be careful. It's a sad day in the shop. That just split when I just got the last little bit about punched through. So looked like a re-healed fracture. Split the grain of the wood. Okay, let's see. Do I have one more cool one? Well, heck, this one's cool. It's kind of like a black chunk of wood. Okay, dude, be careful with this one. We made it. All right, so that one didn't break, so this is cool. All right, so we got all 5 of these, and sorry for the mess, but that's what happens when you make projects, right? You get messy. So I'm gonna go ahead and arrange these and try to kind of do something here to where I like it. Something that looks organic. I think that looks right. Kind of space out the white ones. Maybe swap this one for that one. Put the big one in the middle. That looks right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tie these off, and I'm not going to do anything super fancy. All I got was some just simple twine on a big roll, and we'll go ahead and tie these in some nice, cool, pretty knots and make something cool out of this. Let's go! Alright, back from the shop. So I got a piece of copper wire. This is a little bit thinner than the stuff that I usually use, but what we're going to do is just go ahead and thread it through the second hole from the outside. We can get it through there. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I'm only going to want this to stick out probably about an inch, then I'm going to bend it upwards. Okay. And we'll do the same thing over here. Well, let's pre-bend it. We'll go through the second hole on the other side. See if we can get this to go out the other side on the inside. Okay, there we go. Alright, so pull that back, bend that straight. Okay, so this is going to give us something nice to hang this from. And that'll get a nice patina once the weather hits it. Turn a nice oxidized, darker color, match this wood. Okay, so in order to finish this out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make little spirals with these. So, this is a cool little trick. Just grab the end of it and make it to where it's almost touching itself. And then we'll go ahead and crimp it in to where it is touching. And you get that little nub. I usually just grab it with the inside part of my pliers and start turning it like it's going to turn into itself. So we're just going to make that little spiral. And I usually like to crimp it again for that second one just to make sure that inside part of the spiral is tight. And sorry for the view. Trying to do this while being quiet because the kid was sleeping. Okay. Let's keep rolling that up as much as we can before we pliers start hitting the wood, or petrified wood. Okay. So now what we can do, so this is easy enough to push by hand. Go ahead and flip that around there. So what that's going to do is that's going to create this from not pulling back through the back side. And we're going to create another one, and I'm going to try to create the loop to go this way, clockwise. This one's counterclockwise. Alright, it's coming together. Alright, so in order to get this one counterclockwise, I need to spin it to the left side. I need a little help. Maybe if I was left-handed, this would be easier. Or just turn it upside down. Okay. Would you look at that? Okay, now that it's in place, I'm going to go ahead and shape this a little bit differently so it fits the vibe of what I'm doing here. Don't want to make it like too generic. Oh, I can't leave out the funnest part. just to kind of clean up all those loose hanging strings. Alright, yeah, so here's another cool thing about this. So with UV, this petrified wood, you can see this one. Looks like it's hit by a radioactive bomb or something. This one in the middle, of course, too cool. Now under normal light, as you saw before, you didn't see that orange.